Is Deborah?
Yep.
There you are.
Don't know what to say to you guys.
To bring in your
It'll be great. I phoned 300 people to talk about the submission process, and it's amazing. Not one of them fit your criteria. So, what are you going to do about it? How are you going to change this? I mean, what will you do for my son? How will he be affected by what you're going to do? Will he be able to get cannabis products with autism and epilepsy? When you're talking about all these regulations, we won't be able to afford Sativex or anything like Sativex, and our neurologist tells us that those things are not going to work for him anyway. So, you know, you've got people in a terrible trap. It's falling apart. I couldn't make up. You also have lots and lots of people that wanted to come along but couldn't come along. And it's just heartbreaking. I mean, I know you've listened to a lot of us today and you sort of end up steeling yourself so that you won't feel it anymore because it's so overwhelming. But you really do have to do better. I mean, we've got Dr. Green here. He spent how many years in prison, Doctor?
19 years. Either on bail, in jail, or on parole, all for cannabis.
I mean, it's just appalling. It just cannot go on. I mean, honestly, what are you going to do?
So can you tell us a bit about the 300 people?
They're all members of MCANZ, which is the cannabis charity. I only got to P because I did the ring around to see if they needed the support to do their submissions. Most of them were terrified to come forward and do the submissions. A lot of them are using cannabis anyway. A lot of them are known to their specialists, rheumatologists, neurologists, and that really annoys me because where are these people? They're not defending us. They don't come forward. They won't put themselves on the line. And
you're talking about medical
medical
professionals.
I mean, we have a GP who's Canadian and completely supports us to have our son on cannabis, but that won't help me in the middle of the night if the police decide to come and break my door down. I mean, he'll still be safe at home, tucked up in his cosy bed, while we're being, dragged over the coals. So, what's it like, Doctor? Is it pretty horrible when you get arrested?
Jail's jail.
Yeah, I mean, this is
pretty nasty.
For
cannabis, it is.
Yes, it must be absolutely dreadful. So patients, we're stewing in our own juice, literally. We're stewing in adrenaline and cortisol on a daily basis. We don't run on blood, we run on stress. Because we're just stressed all the time. We have to keep it a secret. I can't have relatives come to my home. I mean, they have members of the police force, they're lawyers, they've had to cut themselves off from us because they know that we use cannabis and we have it in our home. It's been really hard.
So of your 300 members...
Well, I think there's about 600. I only got halfway through.
Oh, okay. So I'm really interested then, if we did manage to broaden it from people with a terminal illness...
Because not one of them fitted your criteria.
Well,
not one out of 300.
And that's why I'm really interested now. Would all their medical practitioners or the professionals that are assisting them with the varying range of ailments that they have, would they all be prepared to sign letters to say that they think cannabis is a good option to treat their symptoms there?
I couldn't tell you because I don't have access to their specialists or their doctors. And my doctor and my specialist support my son.
So yes for you?
No.
No.
They support my son, but they're not prepared to put themselves in a difficult situation.
But if it was legally they could prescribe, that wouldn't be a difficult situation for them.
If they could legally prescribe, no, it wouldn't be a difficult situation.
Yeah. So the issue for the profession is around the legality.
Yeah.
And we can understand
you can change
because,
that.
Yeah, but if we were to somehow, because at the moment the exemption is for people who have a terminal illness who are likely to not live more than 12 months.
I mean, I have a dear friend who's now been given 18 months to live. So what are you going to do with Hannah while she waits?
For another 6 months, you
For
mean?
another 6 months. There, 18 months. And you heard from the doctors, they can't be sure about that, whether Hannah's got. So she could suffer for 2 years. I mean, it's just appalling. And the process feels very, how does it feel to you guys? Does it feel like we're all just talking in the wind? Yeah, a little bit?
I didn't hear you.
Does it feel like we're really having an impact and that they're going to do anything reasonable here for us?
I have to say, having heard you today, I'm more impressed than I was before I came.
Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
But you remember that we are the select committee who recommends. There's 120 MPs that have to make a decision on this, and it will probably be a conscious decision, I think.
We haven't treated it as a conscience decision. It's been voted on as a party. And the problem that we have is Chloe's bill was treated as a conscience decision, and it didn't get through, which would have alleviated everything that you're worried about.
With the promise that they would have a conscious vote.
So, I mean, I've been listening all day, and you can't listen and absorb everything that you've shared and it not hit your heart,
I listened
right?
to 300 people, and I felt like a piece of jello. I just couldn't take any more in. I just didn't know if I wanted to cry or kill myself. It was just horrendous. But believe me, you're seeing the tip of the iceberg, you really are.
Yeah, we're aware of that. We're aware that some people have found the process intimidating. We're aware that people are really distrustful of politicians, political processes, and I guess what we're trying to do as members of the committee who's responsible for shepherding this bill through the House is to do everything we can to actually honour the process, which has been everything that you've told us, everything that you've said. I mean, as I've pointed out, I think that we can make a very strong statement about a regulatory regime, and if we get seeds that are specific enough, yes, doctors should be able to prescribe seeds for people to be able to grow their own. Absolutely. Now, I'm pretty committed to that being in the Select Committee report so that we can highlight that. That was one of the big issues. We will highlight that people have challenged us about why are we being, is it compassionate to say if you're going to die in 12 months then we're not going to prosecute you? Why is that compassionate when we've had actually people in the public domain basically say we are smoking or using cannabis, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to die soon, and they haven't been prosecuted. So there are issues that we have to try and find a consensus with. Like if we can find a consensus and a way to frame it that our colleagues and our respective caucuses support, knowing full well that, that what the bill currently says is what the minister wants, and that then is, I think, as you've kind of highlighted, that then will mean the process does have an opportunity to feed in an impact on what the legislation will look like.
But this is only the beginning, in actual fact. I mean, all this bill does is do the statutory defence and open the door for setting up a regulatory regime. Then all the work around the regulatory regime has to happen.
And that's why, So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for staying around so long because you've been here all day.
So have you. You must be exhausted. Thank you.
Deborah.